Welcome to another Connection here on TKO8 Television. Dennis King, thanks for joining us on the Connection Show this week. Each week we have various organizations' representatives come in and tell us what's going on around our viewing area. We have some great organizations, and we do appreciate all of them. And always, the first thing they talk about is volunteers. They always need volunteers to help out for the cause. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We have a young lady here that's going to talk about important things going on at the Boone County Library.
Inland Waste Solutions works diligently to be good stewards of the environment. Reducing waste via curbside recycling services, Inland Waste Solutions takes this mission seriously, but they need your help. When putting your waste and recyclables in their respective curbside containers, be sure that cross-contamination doesn't occur. Please only place recyclable materials in the yellow top bins. Check your recycling do's and don'ts list before you throw any item into the yellow top recycle bin. Together we can make a difference. Inland Waste Solutions, local people serving local people in Harrison.
Sullivan Pharmacy has been serving your prescription needs for over 40 years. Our professional staff is glad to assist you with prescriptions, over-the-counter medicines, and healthcare products. Stop by Sullivan Pharmacy if you have questions about Medicare Part D, and we'll be glad to help. If you're in a hurry, use our convenient drive-through window so you don't have to get out of your car. Sullivan Pharmacy, 731 North Main Street in Harrison, helping you feel better since 1965.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television. Our first guest is in the studio today. Joins us once in a while, Ginger Schonenberger, the director at the Boone County Library.
Yes.
Thank you so much,
Well,
Ginger.
thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you. And always lots and lots of things going on at the Boone County Library. If you haven't been down there, as I haven't been a whole lot, you need to go down and see Ginger and all her staff down there, because they do a fantastic job. September looks to be a very busy month for you, Ginger.
September is tremendously busy, but it's a great thing. It's a good thing.
It is
The
a
kids
good
are back
thing.
to school,
Mhm.
and so now they're getting back into the routine of having to read again.
Yes.
You know how that is.
Reading is good.
Reading is very good. Yes.
I tell you, we're going to get into the schedule of September and various things, but I want to go into one thing that she's got going there at the library. It's very important for kids, and it has to do with hunger. And hunger in children is terrible. It's bad for everybody, but for children specifically. You don't want children to go hungry. This is a great program. Let's talk about it a little bit.
Yes, well, we are partnering with the Food Bank of North Central Arkansas.
Okay.
And so what that means is we are going to try and build a bridge from hunger to hope.
Yes.
And we're going to start feeding the children after school. It's going to be an after school program, not really a program, but just the kids can come in about 3:30, and we will have the food that is provided to us for free by the food bank, and we will have it set up in a specific area.
Okay.
And any children, I imagine anywhere from, preschool and up to the age of 18 are more than welcome to come up and have a lunch dinner. Because we are going to be doing it later in the afternoon, it can be considered either or. It can be considered, like I said, a lunch or a dinner. Some of their menu would be like mild cheese cups, whole grain crackers, oranges, salsa cups, peanut butter and jelly, milk, all that, the stuff that is apparently approved by
Protein and
yes,
so forth,
yes. It's got every food group in it, and it's just caloric, however you
Yes.
say that word, caloric or whatever, to feed the children.
Yeah, it's. I'm sure nutritional
Sorry.
standards
Yes,
have been set up.
thank you. That's exactly
this.
what I was trying to
That's
say.
Quite all right. Well, this is a good program. Ginger and I were talking before we started the show, and particularly in the Harrison School District. I can't speak for the smaller school districts here around us, but in the Harrison School District, they have a program so the children do get fed during the lunchtime in their what they call the school lunch program. So at least they're getting there something. But after school, many of them may not have any opportunity for any additional nutrition for the rest of the afternoon and evening, and one meal a day is just not enough for growing children. So this is a great supplement program that kids can come down by and have another meal.
Exactly.
So we certainly want to get the word out on this.
So what it is it's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and it's going to be from 3:30 to 5.
Okay.
And they have that specific amount of time to eat.
Okay.
So we actually are having our training tomorrow. We're actually trained by the food bank on exactly what to do, what the nutrition is, and what all the values are. So anyway, so the training does start for us, for the staff, for tomorrow. And so we're starting on Monday. Monday will be our first day. And but like I said, any child that is in that library and they're hungry and they want to come and eat, and it's 3:30, they can come and eat. They have an exchange program. So let's just say that we put all the food out. Let's just say that you don't like oranges. You just really don't like them. What you can do is you can take those oranges and you can put them on a table. This is like a free table. So anybody can go up to that free table and say, well, I like the oranges. So they're going to trade out. It's like a trading program. And that way the kids aren't forced to eat something that they don't like, but yet it's provided for them.
You know, you brought that up, and I'll throw this out real quick. It's been a long time since I was in school. I don't know if you did this or not. We used to take our lunches to school a lot, and when she talked about the trade-out program, I always used to enjoy trying to trade up. You know, if I had a peanut butter jelly sandwich, maybe I could get a ham and cheese from somebody that their parents made them ham and cheese. They didn't like ham and cheese. So this is kind of the trade-out program.
Exactly.
I like that.
Well, I know when I was in school, if you bought your lunch and you were wealthy enough to buy your lunch at that point, they used to force you to eat everything. And boy, I remember one time I had to eat peas. Oh boy, never again.
They didn't have the trade-out program.
No trade-out.
Well, again, this is a new program that Ginger was mentioning, and so get the word out. If you're watching our show and you know of a family or you know of children that may be in a situation where they're not getting the nutrition that they need, please recommend that they go by the Boone County Library, drop them off down there. It's an hour-and-a-half time frame, basically. And it's every day except Tuesday and Sunday.
Tuesday and Thursday.
Tuesday and Thursday, excuse me.
That's okay.
So it's Monday.
It's 4 days a week.
4 days a week, okay.
Right. And so we want to provide that for the weekend as well, and again, to have it at 3:30, the reason is because that's almost dinner time.
Right. So
this
that's good
way,
for Saturday.
yes, exactly.
Okay.
So
well,
they can do that.
Good luck with that.
Yes, I'm very excited. I've wanted to do this for a very long time, and I met with some directors from other areas, and they've started the program, and they've had great success. And again, what's sadder than a child that's hungry? I can't imagine. I mean, I know there have been times in my life when I might have been hungry, maybe not for the same reasons.
Right.
But I don't want anybody to feel that. And if we can fill that gap, again, the library is more than just books. We also, if we're not looking out for their nutritional stability, and as we know, if you're hungry, you're not going to learn or want to read, or you're not going to want to do much of anything.
And again, that's a lot of the reasons the schools, if they're big enough to have a program, they want to make sure that these kids do get some nutritional products, food, I should say, during the day, because you can't expect them to sit there and concentrate and study and get anything out of the classrooms if they're hungry. And any of us, if you ever had your stomach start growling, it's really hard to concentrate on your job or what you got to go get something to eat to concentrate.
Well, there's more medical reasons too. I mean, you think about it, blood sugar. I mean, your blood sugar drops. And a lot of us do suffer from that, and we don't even know it.
And a lot of these kids probably don't get proper medical advice anyway. So. Anyway.
So again, in order for the library to meet all the needs of the community, because we are the center of the community, we definitely want to meet all of those needs.
Great program. Great program. Okay. Now we got about 5 minutes left. So touch on some of the other September things you've got going on.
Well, one of the things I'd like to talk to you about is we have aquatic resource education program coming to the library on this coming Tuesday. I believe it's the 11th.
Okay.
Okay. And they're going to be doing a beginning lure craft. It's for students from 12 years old and up, and they're going to be instructed on feeding habits of black bass.
There you go.
Can you imagine? And they're also going to get to design some of their own lures.
Okay.
So that's one of the reasons why we need it to be from 12 up, because apparently, I don't know if you've ever been, kind of stuck by fishing lures, or hooks. I'm a fisherwoman. I love fishing.
Not a good fit. That's a good age group.
So
Okay.
anyway, so they're going to be talking about that,
Okay.
and they're going to be able to ask questions. And this is a great organization because they come in and they do Fishing 101 and they do
Right.
catfish, and so they do a lot of different activities with the students, which is a really good thing.
Okay.
So let's not forget about that. And then not only that, but we have Officer Mills. He comes into the library and he's going to be there the third Tuesday of every month at 10 o'clock, and he's going to be coloring with the kids.
Okay. That sounds
It's
like fun.
amazing. So that way the kids get to see that police aren't scary. They're pretty wonderful interacting with them. Also on that same day, on the 18th, they're going to be doing a tie-dye program.
Okay.
And that's going to be for the after school, the teen program. And then we have all kinds of different activities. We have scavenger hunt, we have eruption art, whatever eruption art might be. I think you might want to come and see what that one is. That's on the 27th. So that's really important. And also we have Buffalo National River Partners. They're going to do reflections of our first national river. That's Grant Scarsdale. He's a photographer. He's amazing. I'm sure
Very
you've
good.
seen
I have seen his
seen
stuff.
his work. And they're also going to do Constitution Week, which is the 17th of September through the 22nd. And there's going to be a table set up downstairs. And then we're also going to have a fun facts and history about the Constitution. And that's going to be presented by the Daughters of the American Revolution.
You know, the thing about the Boone County Library is Ginger just going through some of this stuff, and she's kind of touching on the main things. But the library has so many things to do, and the majority of all of it is free to the public. And you can go down there. They have a great facility, and the thing about it is you can use their computers. They've got books. They've got whatever. And so really encourage people to come and use the library. To come and see what all you have to offer.
Definitely. And one of the other things is we also provide an area where people can come in and look for jobs. And I don't know if you're familiar with it or not, but a lot of these places now that are hiring, they're not hiring in person anymore or by
Right.
paper.
Right.
You have to fill out an application online and do a resume online, and you
Yes.
have to send it in that way. And so we have the ability to do that. And we also have resume builders on our computers.
Yes,
And
that's
we
great.
have people there that do know, how to do this. And we've got some really great staff members. Gene Hankins is great with computers and loves to help the people develop their
Right.
resumes and stuff like that. So, yeah, not only that, but if you need some entertainment, we have music, we have audiobooks.
Right.
You have
lot
CDs.
of things
Again, we
going
have
on.
thousands. I would say probably a good 1,000 DVDs,
Right.
and always getting the newest releases.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it is, if somebody comes down, they want to use a computer, they don't know how to get to whatever, you've got staff there,
Absolutely.
and they'll help them out. So,
Absolutely, yes. And again, we're the center of the community, and that's what we want to be. So
Great.
we want to help in any way we can.
Perfect. Ginger, it's a pleasure having you here. I always enjoy talking to you, and I always enjoy looking at this to see all the things coming up and that's going on down there. So go by the Boone County Library. Actually, could somebody, if they want to get on the list,
Yes.
how can they do
Yes,
that?
all they have to do is go to, they can either call us
Right.
at 741-5913, or
Okay.
they can go to our website, which is boonecountylibrary.org.
and they can sign
And
up.
they can sign up for
Right,
that.
right.
And again, like you said, Dennis, look at that, it's full. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's got
the-
everything you want to know.
Yeah, I didn't touch on hardly
Yeah, no,
anything.
you
So
didn't.
please, yes. And again, we're at 221 West Stevenson. We're right across from Cox. And right,
easy to find.
Very easy to find.
Thank you, Ginger, so much for coming in to talk to us today.
you're so
Thanks for
welcome.
joining us on The Connection. Stay with us. We got the second half of the show, and another important facility here in Harrison is the Boone County Senior Center, and Chris Kendall is going to be here to speak about that as well. Stay with us.
Stop Stop in at White Oak Station on Capps Road in Harrison and fill up with Shell gasoline, the highest quality gasoline with more miles per gallon, saving you money. Sign up for the Fuel Rewards card and save 5 cents per gallon every time. Plus, get an extra 5 cents off on Razorback Wednesdays. That's a savings of 10 cents per gallon. Check out their expanded deli and hot and cold food items. Capps Road, White Oak Station, where customer service is their #1 goal.
Crystal clear mountain streams, river rapids, and rolling hills with endless valleys. The beauty of the Ozarks we often take for granted. At Magnus Toyota, we never underestimate the value of our customers. As a third-generation family-owned business, Magnus Toyota has been operating here in the Ozarks for over 50 years. When we make a new deal, we make a new friend. Stop in and visit us today and see why our customers say we're the best. Magnus Toyota, your hometown Toyota dealer on Highway 65 North in Harrison.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television, Dennis King. Thanks for joining us on our Connection show this week. Our next guest comes to see us quite often, and it's a very important location for the seniors here. It's the Boone County Senior and Wellness Center, the director, Chris Kendall. Thanks, Chris, for coming in and filling in real quick. I had a last-minute cancellation, couldn't come, and I thought, Chris, maybe she can fill in. You've always got a lot to talk about. We do appreciate it. September, going into fall, we got things going on. Before we get started, though, Chris has some great news for us. Has to do with the Meals on Wheels program.
You bet. I have a super exciting announcement. We have finally received our home delivered meal truck, our brand new home delivered meal truck. So we are super excited about that. And we are still working on getting it on the road. You know, there's things that we have to do before we can get it on the road. But be watching for some special things coming up where we haven't quite figured out the details yet, but you know, we're going to have something coming up where you know, if you see the truck, we want you to let us know that you see it. We're looking into getting it wrapped instead of just having just the letters on the side. And so I'm so super excited about having this truck on the road. It's, you know, it's a great accomplishment for us and for our community as well. You know, and I have to give a great shout out to our community of, you know, thank you very much for all the donations that you've given, even if it was only $1. It helped us to get that truck, and so thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
You know, Chris, we talked about this. We always talk about the home delivery, the Meals on Wheels, I call it, program. But, you know, they had to use vans before. It's really difficult to keep the food hot when you're trying to deliver without the specialty equipment that keeps it nice and hot. So when you do deliver it, it's still edible without being cold. So this is going to make a big difference in the way your meals go out there to these seniors that need help, and it's a great accomplishment.
It will. It is a great accomplishment, and you know, it says a lot about our community that, you know, our community helped us to purchase this. We couldn't have done it without, you know, the donations and the fundraisers that we've done throughout the community. And so from the bottom of my heart, thank you, community, for helping us to get this. And, you know, not only will it help us to serve the clients that we have, but, you know, if we have to, again, you know, we can use a van to deliver more meals. And so, you know, this gives us the capability to serve so many more people. And, you know, it will help us to reach those people a little easier than we have been in the past. You know, our gas mileage in those 12-passenger vans is not very good. But, you know, the home delivered meal truck will help us to save money on gas as well. You know, and so we can reach more people. And you know, just because we're talking about how many people we've reached, just a little tidbit of information here is that in August of 2016, we served 99 people, 2,320 meals. And so that was
August of
2016. So that was 2 years ago.
Okay.
Last month, we served 156 people, and we served 4,095 meals.
Wow.
So, you know,
a big increase.
It's awesome. It's great that we're reaching so many more people. We're serving so many more meals. You know, it's very touching to be able to be a part of that and to be able to help. And with this new truck, you know, we'll be able to reach a lot more people that are hungry and that can't get out to help themselves to get that food that they need. And so, you know, the home delivered meal program is just a wonderful program, and it helps people to stay in their home longer. So,
well, and we want to mention, Chris, that you brought this up, that the Boone County Senior Center now is covering Boone County. They used to just deliver in the city. Now they're covering the county. But more importantly, if you know of a senior out there that maybe they live alone, they don't have any family, they can't get out, can't drive, or not able to get out, you know, the senior center is there for them. I mean, they can go pick them up in the van, they can take them to the doctor, to the grocery store, and more importantly, they can deliver a meal to them to make sure they're getting the nutrition that they need out there, because a lot of times they can't get out to go shop for themselves. And if they don't have family members and maybe don't have a neighbor or someone to look after them, you know, it's very difficult for elderly people. So please, if you're watching the show and you think of somebody, well, get a hold of Chris and them out at the Senior Center, help them out. Maybe they don't even have a phone, you never know. So we do want to make sure that everybody knows that they can contact you and tell them what the needs are.
Of course.
That's what
and
you're there for.
Our phone number is 870-741-1505, and just call that number, and we'll get you set up with a home visit, and I'll come and see if you qualify.
That's right.
But you know, because our program is growing so much, we do need volunteers.
Yes.
Now more than ever, our volunteers. You know, we've had some out sick. We've had some with health issues that haven't been able to come and help, especially recently. And so our volunteers have kind of dwindled for our home delivered meal routes. And so if you can spare even an hour a week, you know, or if you have a friend that could do it one week and maybe you could do it the next week. Here again, if a company could maybe spare one of their employees 1 hour a week, you know, have 4 different employees that participate in this in a program, you know, consider giving them an hour of paid leave time to you know, it's one time a week. And if you have 4 or 5 different employees that can contribute to this, then, you know, it would be an hour per week, you know, for just one, you know, for one person. Idea. And so, you know, that person would only miss 1 hour a month. You know, and so, you know, if there's a company out there, we already do have one company that does help us with that. SourceGas has, they have 2 employees that comes once a week, and they come and they pick up the meals, they deliver the meals, and then they can bring the bags back to the center. And at most, it would take them an hour. You know, from the time that they leave the office, it takes them an hour to get back to the office. So. You know, if you're a company that likes to help the community, this would be a great way for you to be able to get out there and help the community and help us to deliver these meals to people. And we're in a great need right now. We're having to use our van drivers to deliver some of these some of the local routes that volunteers usually take over. And so, you know, if you're a homeschool parent, then it would be a great way to bring your kids in and teach them about helping community, and, you know, to teach them about the need that is in the community, and to teach them that there are people out there who don't have anything to eat, and that, you know, this is a great way to be able to help them.
Good point. I didn't think about companies actually letting their employee an hour. It's not a big deal, but letting them volunteer for an hour a week or whatever, and any amount of time would help them out there. But obviously with the new vehicle that you're getting ready to put out there, they need more volunteers for that program. Plus they need volunteers inside as well. So if you can volunteer just an hour or 2 here or there, go out and see Chris and sign up for volunteering in the program. So did want to get that out there.
Yes,
okay, we've got about 5 minutes. Let's talk about some of the things going on in September.
Okay, well, you know, along with all the home delivered meal things, we also have events that we have at the center, educational things. Did you know that September, I think it's 16th through the 22nd, is Clean Hands Week? And so I have a little article in our newspaper about how to properly wash your hands. And Trudy McManus from the Extension Office is going to come, and she's going to do a glow germ presentation on the 10th to help us just get to know, you know, just kind of make us aware of how germs really stay on our hands and how to properly wash. Josh Mahoney, he's a congressional candidate. He's going to visit on September 6th. Of course, we have the casino trip on September 11th. We're going to go to the Battlefield Mall on September 17th. We're going to take a group of seniors over to the fair for Senior Day on the 19th. The van is going to leave. The fair opens at 9, and so we're going to take a group of seniors. We're going to leave the center between 8:30 and 8:45, depending on if we have to pick someone up along the way. And so just kind of watch the sign-up sheet for more specific departure time. Our Beanbag Baseball World Series is going to be September 21st. That is always a fun yearly event that Area Agency does for us. Each senior center comes, people from each of the senior centers in our area come, and they have a World Series of Beanbag Baseball. And it is just so much fun because, they have great competition. But it's also a lot of fun for them as well.
That's pretty cool.
Officer Mills from the Harrison Police Department is going to come. He came last month and he did a presentation on scams, and we had a great crowd. And afterwards, I had several people ask, for information after he was there because they weren't able to, participate in the presentation. And so we've asked him to come back, and he'll be back on the 25th of September.
Okay.
And then we celebrate September birthdays. And we do that every month. The last Friday of the month is when we celebrate birthdays. Be watching for October, November, and December. We're going to have quite a few fundraisers coming up to help us support our program. Even though we've already purchased the truck, we're funded, through state and federal grants. We are a nonprofit. We're not a federal organization or a state organization or even a county. We do receive funding from the quorum courts and from United Way of Boone County, but we are a nonprofit, and so every little bit helps of donations that we receive, but we also have the fundraisers every year. And so this time of year, we September we hold off on our fundraising to allow United Way to do their fundraising, but in October we start again, and we continue throughout the year. Our fundraising goal for this year, I believe, is $35,000.
Okay.
And so, every little bit helps of whatever people can help with.
A quick question to you, Chris.
Sure.
Do you have a do you have a board of directors for the senior center, or how's that? Or some people do and some do not? So.
Not for the senior center. No, we don't.
Okay.
We're under Area Agency on Aging, and so they have a board of directors. They're a nonprofit as well. And they have the in-home services that they provide, and so they provide personal care and house cleaning, and they prepare meals, and they have personal care assistants that can help with
so
things
you're
like that.
Under that umbrella.
I am, and so the Area Agency on Aging provides several different aspects of help for seniors to be able to stay in their home. They have med timer services that they can help to get in the home, and then the life alert, the pendants that people can wear, they can help with those things as well. So
well, between the Boone County Senior Center and Area Agency on Aging, really important programs for those seniors out there. And again, as you get older, many times your family has passed away, or they've moved away, or you don't have anyone close. And it's very difficult to deal with all the different things you have to deal with sometimes. So, Chris, thank you so much for filling in on a short notice.
And
congratulations on your new Meals on Wheels truck.
Thank you
Look
very
forward
much.
to seeing that wrap. You need to put something really cool on it so everybody will see it going down the road out there.
We plan to,
We'll talk when you come back. You tell us what you're going to come up with.
Will do.
Thanks for joining us on the Connection Show this week. We hope we got some information to you perhaps you didn't know about. Join us each week as we have different organizations come in to talk about what's important in our viewing areas.
KTKO Channel 8 Harrison. Local television worth watching.